Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is ethug. I go by David. And today I am going to be doing a Nidalee vs Khazix gameplay. So just to start off the bat, I actually took the wrong runes. I took Shield Bash by mistake. I will have a picture right above on what the right runes should be. And yeah, without further ado, this is Smurf Q. Currently playing in quote-unquote silver, but this was their enemy jungler's first loss. So pretty much, what you want to do is you want to place a ward and then just quickly back, swap to sweeper. This prevents their late invade potential, and this also gives you the ability to have a ward on the map and also take sweeper. Then you want to just place traps. This is a really good quick jungle clear because we're able to start W go leashless, so the enemy jungler doesn't have vision on where we're starting. And it's also relatively fast. But it's not as good as the standard leash clear, of course. So I'm just doing the camps. I will be clearing down this game. That's the ultimate goal. Is you want to get your 3 camp bot side. You want to be saving your smite for Krugs, because Krugs is a really important camp to be smiting. So real quick while I'm clearing, I just wanted to kind of give a brief introduction of who I am as a person. So I have been playing semi-professionally for several years. I currently attend Boise State University as a computer science major, and I am also on their varsity esports team. I'm a freshman at that university, and I have played in Europe as well as North America, which was a really awesome experience. Just being able to travel and play for a team trying to get into the UKLC. So after we get the 3 camps, we're going to be looking to cross over to our top side, and we can look to apply pressure by walking through mid if mid's getting shoved in, just to alleviate some of the pressure. I go for a Q, it just barely misses. I decided to commit anyways. I wouldn't recommend doing this if I were you guys. Just having the pressure enough is good. But I decided to pick up the easy kill, and I just die. But Riven was able to get the kill there. So what I'm doing now is I noticed that Poppy has a window, and Poppy has a great eye for this play. They're actually also a jungle main, so it's understandable. So I decided to bait Khazix by just briefly going onto him, letting him get interested in me, and then I walk over to Poppy when she's a bit closer. So I'm just kind of like manipulating. I'm manipulating the vision a little bit, and I'm just like playing like an idiot essentially. Until he's able to walk right into me. I went for the steal. I wasn't able to get it, unfortunately, on the scuttle, but we do manage to pick up these kills pretty quick and easy. So right after here, I do a 1 camp topside, and we know that Khazix is going to look to go to the bot side crab immediately, so me and Poppy are able to determine to back quickly, and I am just going to do a quick clear towards bot side. My Gromp is still level 1 at this point, so there's not really a point in me taking it. Right now, I just want to further deny Khazix and get myself ahead. So I'm able to quickly grab my Wraith camp as well. Race, they are the 2nd level because I took them on the first clear. So it's really important for me to pick up this camp, just get some free EXP, get level 4 before I manage to hop in the fight. So we see Khazix, because he just took the topside scuttle, none of his topside camps were up. We were able to get the free kill on him, but he does unfortunately get the scuttle. In hindsight, it might have been worth it for me to focus on the scuttle. So right here, I just want to shove out mid, and I want to look for a play on the Wraith camp. This is their 2nd Wraith camp that just spawned, and it's really important for me to make sure that I deny Khazix this gold with the Wraith camp. I do actually make a huge mistake here, and I don't back out. So the point with this matchup is we want to try and get a incremental camp advantage, and by me staying greedy, I actually end up dying to the Khazix. Had I not done that, I would have been astronomically ahead. What I would do is I would just full clear from top to bot. So at this point, my OBS actually crashed, and I came back just a little bit later. Nothing crazy happened. We are building the Night Harvester, and we picked up early tier 2 boots. Early tier 2 boots or early Sheen is really good on Nidalee, and it helps her clearing, and it just gives her a lot of movement speed. So right now I'm waiting for her third rotation of Wraith camps to spawn, and Khazix was passing through from his bot side to his top side. So I was either waiting to just get a quick cheese on Khazix or just get the Wraith camp. So right here, I just do the Scuttle Crab, and then I'm looking for a play, I believe, bot side. But I don't remember. Yeah, so we're so again, once you're pathing towards your opposite side of your jungle, it's never a bad thing to look mid, because you can most of the time actually apply a lot of pressure mid, and then that will really tilt players. Essentially, they'll think that they're getting camped, but realistically, you're just pathing into your opposite end of the jungle. And giving that sort of vision isn't necessarily a bad thing, especially if you're a low elo player. If you're someone who's below, I'd say, master tier. That stuff only really matters once you're above once you're above masters, and junglers are able to properly dictate what they can do when you're on the opposite side of the map. So we grab a quick kill on Ornn. I actually end up overextending here and dying. And I've just trimmed the clips with my death recaps and sort of just really sort of embarrassing plays. This is my first video I've ever edited before, so feel free to leave any suggestions on what you'd want to see in the future. So again, I've essentially just denied Khazix's Wraith camp for the entire game. Remember that camps are on a 2-minute and 30-second cooldown timer, so you always want to make sure that you're proactively utilizing those timers. And again, just pick up another mid kill as I was passing through to my bot side. So with Khazix going bot, tier 2 boots, I can honestly just do the dash bot lane. And I end up actually dying here again as well. I went for a free spear, and I just kind of inted that. I figure why not? Why I should not include that. So this is actually a really smart play that I encourage you guys to do, and that's just sort of like baiting out Samira. So when she ults, she has a, I believe she has a movement speed debuff, but regardless of that, she pretty much just kind of baited herself. I allowed her to stack up to her ult, and then I just got a free spear, free double, and then Khazix unfortunately kills me. That's a lack of my own awareness, just going for the wave. So now we have the Night Harvester, and we are looking for Lich Bane, and then we'll be looking for Rabadon's Death Cap third. Okay, welcome back. So we are currently taking the Wraith camp. It just, you guys didn't miss anything, don't worry about that. So we're looking to dive bot. This is just right after one camp. Always be looking at your laners, because a lot of the times, if your laners are winning, you can push for a dive, and if your laners are losing, you can just push for, or you can just look to alleviate that pressure that they've created. And because we killed their bot lane, I know that I'm able to walk into their bot side jungle and just secure those camps. Because the main thing on Nidalee is you want to be creating incremental camp advantages, is what I like to call it. And incremental camp advantages is essentially when you are maintaining a higher CS lead than the enemy jungler. That's by timing jungle camps, and that's by utilizing the fact that Nidalee is so mobile to where you're able to essentially just dominate the game and farm through quadrants of the jungle. Again, I ended up dying there, got overextended, but we are picking up the kill for Khazix. This is another thing that I guess most people should be aware of on Nidalee, is especially when you have the Lich Bane and the Night Harvester, you honestly don't even need to hit spears. Like, I just missed consecutive spears, but because I have the Dark Harvest and Night Harvester and Lich Bane, I'm essentially able to 1v9 just with autos. can't kill Ornn here. I went for the jump in. That would have just been just for a poke because I have the healing on damage, on ability damage in my rune. I'm able to easily essentially live those risky plays. Again, we're just farming jungle, passing off red to Ashe. Normally I don't like passing off buffs, but if my Ashe, since she's been playing really well and she's really strong, it's never a bad thing. I just wouldn't recommend giving the first or second buff, but third on, it's completely fine. We should be able to farm the enemy's quadrant jungles now, so it should be a lot easier for us to implement our advantages and sort of hand off our buffs and take the enemy buffs. So right here, Riven's doing Rift, I'm doing Scuttle, I'm just going to give her the Rift. Their Darius is essentially intentionally feeding at this point, and so we just pick up the easy kill on Darius, and that's pretty much that. And because Nidalee is so mobile, you want to make sure that you're actively looking at the map, like I said before, because doing that, you're able to honestly just like run to any fight, even if it's across the map within like 15 seconds. Miss a spear. So right here, this is Strampus actually talked about this in one of his videos, but this is called the sunk cost fallacy. We're not fighting for any objective. The objective was already taken, so there's no reason to fight in general. So just make sure that once they take the dragon or the baron, try to avoid fighting them unless it's really free, because what you're doing is you're essentially just looking for kills and you're not playing the game properly. You don't want to be forcing unnecessary fights. And I did miss the W jump there. It happens, guys. That's an unfortunate reality. So at this stage in the game, we are able to set up a push mid, and we're able to essentially just like force any single play that we can look. We want to try and end this game as fast as possible. Khazix actually scales relatively well. Lucian doesn't scale as well when he's not like turbo head, but Samira scales well as well, especially with the Ornn. Ornn is probably one of the only tanks that needs economy, and because he has a support item, it's easier for him to get the economy. So I think Ornn support's kind of sleeper in some matchups, to be honest with you. Missed the Q. I'm really good at that. Just flash commit for the kill. So we're pushing the inhib here, and I actually do make another mistake, and that is just essentially overstepping, and they end up punishing me for that, which is good on their part. I believe the Samira gets a triple kill here. So in hindsight, we should have just gotten out after the inhibitor. We could have prepped Baron, or we could have taken a reset and gained tempo, then to do Baron or push for an end. But regardless, though, the game is pretty much over at this point, so it doesn't necessarily matter if she gets a triple kill, as long as we're able to close out the game before she hits her like 3-item power spike. Because right now she only had the Imperial Mandate, and I believe she just got her second item because of that. I don't remember though. So this is another good tip for my jungle friends out there. If you don't take the full camp, if you're going for a final push, it doesn't necessarily matter. Because even if you do lose out on the final push, it's not worth to waste that 5 seconds of tempo just to get the small camp. And if that ever happens to you in the early game, don't be afraid to ask your mid, top, or bot. Say, hey guys, I missed this camp. Just let me, just please kill it for me so it resets. So this is the final push. Essentially, we got a free pick on Khazix because he tried to go for a desperation play, which you should be very mindful of once you're doing a final push, because They really do like to just go for quick cheeses, and that is one of the ways back into the game. Especially when you're this far behind, you kind of have to look for anything. But the game is over, pretty much now. And yeah, I appreciate you guys coming through, supporting me. I've been receiving a lot of love recently within, um, just recent followers and stuff like that. This video might have been a bit awkward, and I apologize for that. This is my first time ever using any sort of editing software or even using like a standalone microphone. I hope you guys are having a safe and happy holidays, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.